Hello and welcome to Kenzo Code Play. So today we'll be developing an alarm. So we'll be using our previous digital clock just to visualize the time and also to know as a starting point. So before we get started, please leave a comment down below, like and subscribe. Let's go. So as you can see, I've already created the project, and in the app I've already called the alarm and also the digital clock itself. So I've already have the digital clock file and also added the styling for the digital clock as well. So for our alarm, we have to, we're gonna have to take in a form. So we just need to define a form, and then obviously the form needs to have the two inputs for the hours and the minutes, and then we also have to have an input for whether the period, whether it's AM or PM, and then we also have to have a button as well. So let's start with the two number inputs, input, and then we'll work our way up from there. So obviously the type of input, it will be a number, and then the name of the input will be hours for this one, the first one, and then we'll also have a placeholder, and then obviously we need to define the minimum and the maximum number. For hours, the minimum should be 1, I think, and then obviously up until the maximum of 12, since we have the period of AM and PM. And then for the minutes, it will be a different minimum and maximum, so from 0 up until 50, 59. And then just to make sure that the user always inputs this, we'll also have a required value there. Let's just change these. This can be either 0 to 59, and this will be minutes. And then now we need to have the input for the AM or PM, so we'll just have the user select from either or, and then obviously we need to give it a name as period, and then we'll have the first option, which will be AM, and then we'll make sure that its value is equal to AM. And then we'll just copy that, paste it here. Second value should be PM, and let's just see. So as you can see, we already have the hours. We can change that. Minutes, we can change that. We can change the AM or either PM. And then obviously now the form is there, we need to have a submit button. So on submit, for now let's leave it like that. Okay, let's set alarm, and then we'll define that set alarm function so that it's called correctly. Now we need the button. For the button, let's just give it the name of set alarm, and then the button will be our submit button. Now we need to define this. set alarm will be equal to this. Obviously we need to have the parameter so that when we are setting the alarm, it takes in all three of these values, so the hours, the minutes, and the period itself. So just put E there. And then we'll define the alarm. For now, let's just give it something. And then let's just give it a period for now. So this is just a temporary placeholder. And obviously, now that we've set the alarm, or we have the alarm or the values for the alarm, we need to somehow have the alarm set so that it can keep track of what time the alarm should play. Or to do that, we're gonna have to have a value here. We'll have alarm time, so this is gonna keep track of our time. Use date, give it an empty string there, and then we'll just be using this. Set the alarm time just to the alarm. What we also need to do is have some sort of value that checks if the alarm is set or not. We can have a boolean for that, and we can call it alarm set. Set alarm set. And then for now it's gonna be false. So this will show that the alarm is not set, but once the set alarm function is called, we'll just make sure that it's set to true. Set alarm set true. We have to have also some sort of way to keep track of the current time, so we'll just be using the this, which is the previous way we kept track of the time, or the same way we keep track of the time in the digital clock. So let's use that. So what this will be doing is it will be, setting the time constantly to the current time, and then it will also always clear the interval and all of that. So now we are keeping track of our current time, and we are keeping track of the alarm time, and we are also keeping track just to check if the alarm is set or not. So we have the alarm set. Looks like it's doing it. So we have the alarm set and all of that, but we are not using any of these values as of yet. So now that we are setting the time and all of that, now we have to make use of these values. And then how we do that is we have a use effect that constantly checks if the alarm is set or not, and it also checks if the current time is equal to the alarm time, and if it's that time, then we need to do something, maybe call the audio that we have here and play it. So let's do that. use effect, and then what it will do is just a condition, and we just check if alarm set. So what this will do is it will check if this is either true or false. So we just want to check if the alarm is set or not, and also we want to check if the current time, which is the time we are getting here, is to local date times 3. Local times 3 is definitely equal to the alarm time that we just set. And if that's true, we want to play alarm, which we have not defined yet. So we'll need to define that now. Play alarm. So play alarm is pretty straightforward. We just call the audio file, or we just define, say audio is equal to new audio file, and then we just give it the location of the audio file. So alarm sound .wave, and then now we just play it. I think that's it. That should be it. Oh no, so since alarm set is the value that checks if the alarm is set or not, I think we need to reset it just to bring back to false once the alarm is played, and then the time, obviously it will never be equal to the local time, since that time should have passed by then, and we'll just keep it like that. Set alarm set, and then we'll just say it's false from yeah. Let me see. So what happens is we put in the values, hours, minutes, and the period. We call set alarm. It takes in the alarm, and then we set the alarm time, and then we set the set alarm set to true, and then obviously the use effect will check if either of these two statements are true, if alarm is set, and also if the time is equal to the alarm time, and then it will, if that's true, it will play the audio. We are not taking in the time, alarm time, and then alarm set. We have to keep track of those constantly. Let's just give it a try for now, see what happens. Nothing is happening. Let's just put in something that tells us if the alarm is set or not. So we can make use of the alarm set boolean to check for that. So alarm set, if alarm is set, then we want to display maybe a h2 tag, and then say alarm is set for, and then just display the current alarm time. And then if that is not true, if alarm is not set, we just want to display maybe 3 dots. As you can see, the alarm was set for 00, so that means the condition did work. Let's just reload it. Yeah, and then alarm set. So what it's doing now is taking in this and assuming it's the current alarm. So the placeholder works. Now we need to define, or rather take in the values, the true values from the user's input. Student. First of all, we need to take in the hours. So we can call the target dot hours and then the value. See something. Yeah, it's taking in the value, which is just 3, and obviously we are not currently setting the minutes or the period as of yet. To do that, we will just utilize the copy and paste. For the seconds, obviously we don't need to define the seconds and the alarm. So immediately when the first second hits, we want to play the alarm, and then obviously this will be minutes instead of hours, and this will be period. Let's just make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Perfect. So it's 4 a.m. Perfect. I think it's perfect. Now let's just make sure that the sound is playing. 11:24 or 25 rather, and then we'll choose PM. Set the alarm, wait for 5 seconds. If the alarm plays, then we are good to go. Perfect. So the alarm plays immediately as the time hits, but we just need to clear these when the alarm is set. So I think we need to do that. Do we? Man. Yeah, when the alarm is set, we don't necessarily need to clear those, but it's fine. Yeah, let's not clear those for now. What we want to do now is just style the whole thing, man. Now that the alarm is playing and all of that, I feel like we are in a good space to now start styling this whole thing. So what I was thinking is I'm keeping the same design of black, the border inside and all of that, but obviously in a separate div. I don't want a big container that contains the time and the alarm at the bottom. We want the separate container for the alarm as well. So let's do that. Let's have a separate container for that. I think I'm just gonna say, yeah, let's steal these. So obviously now it has that black container. Now we have to define the inner container, give it a border and all of that. Did we give it a class name? Yes, we did. We gave it a class name of alarm clock. And now when we go to our, let's try this. Perfect. As you can see now, the alarm itself has its own container. It kind of looks like the digital clock. And now let's style the other things, which is the form and all of that. I'm thinking, yeah, let's start with the form. We'll just give it a flex display. Sorry, display flex, and we'll give it justify content space around, and then align center, and then we want to wrap it just give it some gap, 10 pixels. I'm just thinking, I think that's it here. Yeah, there's a gap, it's flexed, it's contained and all of that. What else can we style? We can style the input. We can style the input, select the options, the button as well. Let's do that. Input, the select button. And how do we want to style those? We just want to give it some padding. We want to give it some font size. Let's try RAM instead of EM. No borders. And border radius 5 pixels maybe. And then grayish background color, and then obviously the font color should be white. And then we want to give it some margin, 5 pixels. What else can we style? I think we style the button separately now. Let's just first make sure it looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine, but big. But it looks perfect actually. The alarm is quite big and visible. Let's now style the alarm button. Pointer. We wanna have a background color of maybe a greenish. Let's go for green. Yeah, it looks fine. And then transition. Obviously we want to change it somehow when the user hovers over the button. You're just going to change the background color. Just give it the green and maybe change it a little bit. Should you give it a lighter or darker green? I'm thinking a lighter green. Let's see if that works out perfect. Maybe let's make the other one a bit darker and use that as our starting point. I wanna make it too light. It looks perfect actually. And now we just wanna style the H2 because it looks kind of big, man. So the color, we don't need to define it, it's already defined. Margin top 20 pixels. Yeah, it's a bit slimmer now. try a smaller font size, man. 20 pixels. Perfect. I think that's just about it for this video. Let's just make sure it works again. Yeah. So now we set the time, it sets the alarm and all of that. It also displays that the alarm is set for. Obviously we can also improve from this. We can add on to this. We can have multiple alarms. We can have a name, maybe give it a name, maybe wake up, go to work, go to school, record a video, and then you can have multiple alarms displaying or playing at different times or different intervals. That's how you can improve on this. Maybe we might do that, maybe we might not, but I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment and share the video. Make sure everyone knows Kenzo Code Plays here to help you guys out. Thank you.